not afraid to visit Nigeria for my mother's burial. This is a quote that is attributed to Mazi Nnāmdi Kanu, the leader of the secessionist group. He is the leader of IPOB. He has vowed to be in Nigeria to accord his mother, Ugo Eze Sali, a befitting burial. And of course, you know his father passed on too. And this, the claim, is as a result of the shock that he got when the Hausa Fulani Buhari's led military invaded his hometown. That caused a lot of problems. In a statement by IPOB spokesperson, Kanu said he was not afraid of visiting Nigeria for his mother's burial. Although the date for the funeral has not been fixed, Nnāmdi Kanu assured that when it was done, he would be present for the program. The decision regarding our leader coming home to Biafra land during his mother's burial has not been concluded. They said, it is important we communicate properly to the general public that as soon as the arrangement for his coming is perfected, he will come home, he said. Ima powerfully urged members of the group not to panic or be confused on the new Jewish code of dressing by the faithful that they are beginning to see in recent weeks, saying there were several Jewish worship centers in the southeast. We commend Jewish prayer group in Owerri yesterday for their doggedness and discipline. Those with white garments and Jewish caps are our church members. They were coming back from church service. We have branches all over Biafra land. They were embarking on sensitization movement to let the world and the Jewish community know that our people need Biafra to become an independent nation. Kanu's mother died on August 30 in Germany after a protracted illness. The IPOB leader described his mother as loving, caring, and a compassionate woman. He also said she died as a result of trauma she went through when soldiers stormed their Afarawuku home in Umaya on September 14, 2017 during the Operation Python Dance exercise. The IPOB leader claimed his mom, seeing how soldiers killed people in their compound, got traumatized and took ill and never recovered. Now, let's quickly see a few comments and reactions to this. Yes, someone said, Mr. Khan, you know Nigeria and the kind of government that operates. There's virtually no rule of law. Stay away for the moment. Well, we'll see what happens at the end of the day. If he wants to come back or he's not going to come back. Another person said, when you're coming, please use Enugu Airport. But if you know your security is not strong, please don't come because this country is zoo without law. And I would say, MNK, please be careful. If you know you're coming to Nigeria, make sure your security is international security and be well armed. Maybe this might be the start of freedom. Another person said, the main concern is that Nnāmdi Kanu can never change his word, no matter what. Let him come and witness everything because he's the head of the family for now. Another person, even if American Israel gives you complete and assured security, please don't come for the burial. From where you are, monitor and oversee the burial through your younger brother at home. Stay where you are until our Biafra is achieved. Buhari, Jubril, and the northern cabals are daily looking for means to kill themselves and others. That is my own. God bless you always. Someone here, Inted, said, you're calling him bloody weak coward. I can see you are the most useless person on earth. So I think this person is replying to someone, you know, it's a different So another person said, this is another trap for the federal government. Anything that happened always happened for a reason. Nnāmdi Kanu has set another trap for them. Let's wait and see what's going to happen in the next 3 months. Another one says here, Mr. Kanu, please stay away from Nigeria for now. Another person says, Nnāmdi Kanu, the burial of your parents will be taken good care of. Your parents will be happy in their grave to see you achieve what cost they are dead rather than you coming back to Nigeria. Another one says, I want to advise Nnāmdi Kanu to stay away from Nigeria, at least for now. He may not live to tell the story if he tries. He who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. A word is enough for the wise. Another person says, no matter how sentimental you are, no man can change the narrative. Biafra has gone international. Someone say, you are the most stupid. All right, let's leave that part. I think these are people, you know, trolls going after each other rather than them expressing themselves clearly. And I would say I would advise that Nnāmdi Kanu to avoid anything in Nigeria for now, knowing fully well that he is the #1 Buhari's enemy. If he loves his life, I want to achieve Biafra alive. This is not time to boast. I'm afraid he may not be alive to finish up the burial. Let the dead bury the dead. A word is enough for the wise. But then, at the end of the day, I think he knows what to do and how he's going to go about his activities as regards the burial of his mom. Actually, if not for the Hausa Fulani, military men that invaded the compound in Afaruku hometown in Umaya, his father's palace, this would never have turned to this way. This would never have been this way, because after the court, he was supposed to go back to court, and even though he's not supposed, but at least, but then they sent in police, sent in the military and all of that, because they claimed that he's breaking the law, is breaking. But then I don't think this would have been the case. But that's just what happened anyway. They claim that he's trying to create some anarchy and create some civil war once again, and he will escape. And they claim that he has escaped. But when we look at this, we are in a new era. None of this is supposed to continue any longer. We don't need any of this. There isn't supposed to be any form of violence or any form of aggression. In this case, it is a case of discussing and talking. So by force, people can either stay in or stay out. It's a very simple thing. Why can't they talk of referendum? But I think the reason why the issue of referendum is not coming up is because some political players that are from the southeastern part of Nigeria are already voicing their support for this administration, voicing their support for the way Nigeria is at the moment. They are not ready for anything, and the words that comes out from them, is to spite Nnāmdi Kanu, and they claim that he has no clear-cut ideology, that is just the fraud, is taking people's money and all of those. So the Hausa Fulani already automatically have a kind of loophole saying, okay, you know what, I think his brother knows him better, and they are saying this and that. And what a shame. How I wish all of these people can come together and stand firm as one and break that bond once and for all. And I believe that they will be able to do their things. Someone like Okorocha said he wants to know what is special and different in IPOB. That is Nnāmdi Kanu trying. He said it's Nnāmdi Kanu trying to break Nigeria away. So, the southeastern part of Nigeria, the Biafrans can now be in solitary without relating with any other person. But what I want to understand in this issue, in this case, in his own argument, is what is the benefit of the north to the south? That's just what I want to understand. Apart from the Nama and the cows that they bring back and forth, I don't think that's a major problem, as every other person can actually have their own, ranches and do it properly without the pattern that the Hausa Fulani, the kind of pattern that they use in doing what they do. So I want to know what they actually gain from is it the farm produce that they bring? I think that is too small. That's nothing. That's inconsequential, as every other region can actually fend for themselves and run the show. So I don't really see what is being gained. Is it the military? I don't know what is actually being gained anyway. So I don't see any fruitfulness or any productivity in the relationship between the North and the South anyway. So if they break apart, that doesn't mean they cannot relate and do business with other countries. So it's a pity. In fact, if they break apart, there is also a possibility of them doing business. But then you'll be doing this business as sovereign countries, not as a unified nation, Nigeria, that is not working, and everyone is just taking his own bite, his own piece, and everyone is just doing what they want to do in that country. And there's no sense of ownership, sense of belonging. Everything is just going upside down. So I expect, that is my own opinion here, that Nnāmdi Kanu should be allowed to come in to do what he has to do, and there should be a meeting. That doesn't simply mean that, we are weak, that is why we have to accept him. But we are talking about productivity and forward. That is what is supposed to be. But unfortunately, that is not the case. That is not what it's going to be, as the Hausa Fulani are hell-bent on making sure they keep Nigeria the way it is. First, they've listed why they think Nigeria should stay together. They claim that they will not be able to tackle Boko Haram, ISWAP. Their own brothers. They claim that they are not going to be able to manage it if Nigeria breaks apart, that hell will break loose. Now, when you look at many of the bandits that are ready to kill other people, why can't they join the military and form a country for themselves in the north and fight Boko Haram? After all, one of their leaders claimed that they know them, they know who these terrorists are. So I wonder what is really happening here. So there's no excuse at all, as they have a kind of religion and culture that is good for them. And anyone that is not comfortable with that, well, then they can begin a process of knowing what to do if they need to get out of their new country that is not working for them. And if there are minorities that have a different faith, probably some few Christians there, then those ones too can relocate and have their own. They can come to the middle belt of Nigeria, where they have Christians and they can form a whole new nation there or something. But for now, I don't see things working properly. So that's what it is for now. If you're not a member of this channel, let us grow together by you tapping on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell below. It will alert you whenever videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.